What's stopping you getting on with your business before we enter into 2026? Maybe it's about taking a bit of action. Action is always key. It surprises me sometimes when I talk to people that what they do is they pick up their business, they put down their business, they pick up their business, they put down their business, and they wonder why the hell there's nothing happening. And this is where consistency comes in. And, there's some brilliant people out there, but nobody knows about them because they're not taking enough action. One thing, to be seen, and secondly, to show their audience what they've actually got. Maybe you could write down two things today that are stopping you from moving the needle in your business. Two things that are stopping you. Go on, pause this, write it down now. I think that's really important because you need to know what's stopping you. Like I say, there's the stop-start people. There's the people that just think that having a business online is pure fantasy. I don't need to do anything, but I'm excited about it. I don't do anything about it because all my friends are in business, so I want to be in business. So it's time to get real. As we go into 2026, you have to get real. So here's something else you can do. Write down 3 successes, only 3, for the first quarter for 2026. So what I mean is, let's be clear, from 1st of January into March. Let's just do the first quarter. Because what I find is that people lose interest. You have to keep your focus. You have to know what you're doing. So if you just pick 3 successes for one quarter, that will be achievable. Certainly that's what I've found in my coaching programs. Because what I notice is that people write these massive lists, just ridiculous. 25 things to conquer today. It doesn't work. You need to have no more than 3. That's well documented. You'll see it in social media all the time. And I agree with this. 3's plenty. And then, of course, what you've got to be thinking about is what's urgent, what's important. And clearly, what's urgent gets done that day. So these are things you can be doing now. You can start to implement, take time to make changes before you move into 2026. So let's just reiterate that. Don't have long lists every day. Just have 3 things. That's plenty. And, if your calendar looks anything like mine, sometimes I have to move that 3rd thing, which is not really in the critical or urgent level. I just move that to the next day. Everything that I do is in the Google Calendar. That's another little hint. But going back to your first quarter, if you've got 3 successes, measurable successes, not pie in the sky things. It may well be about income. And yes, we need to have income. What is it you want to have in the bank by the time you get to the end of March? But what are you prepared to do during those 3 quarters? Actually achieve that result. What I've found works really well, and this is some of what I teach in my program, is that we have to start at the end of the 90-day period. So in this case, for next year, it's the end of March. What is it? What is the monetary amount? How do you want to feel about yourself? Because these are important. If you don't have your head straight, you're never going to make money. It's fantasy. You really do have to have your shit together. Because if you don't, it derails everything. Important. So back to what I was saying. You need to know how much money you want to make at the end of 90 days starting from 1st of January. The second thing you want to do is, how do you want to feel? The third thing is, how much value are you going to add to your clients and your audience? Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to have masterclasses? You're going to have free webinars? What do you want to do? Depends on your area of expertise, of course. But you have to have these things that require you to take action, because taking action is key. And yet it's one of the hardest cycles I've noticed over several decades in the game. It's one of the hardest cycles that people find to step into that cycle called action. The cycle of thinking's dead easy because sometimes we trick ourselves. We think we've done it because we've thought about it so much. And then there's the spiritual aspect. I meditate every day and I feel really good. No disrespect meant to meditators, but then there's the feeling cycle. Oh, just got to feel good. I've just got to feel good. And then there's the massive action cycle. It's the cycle I love the most because what I notice is people hate that the most, and I love it. That's what I attribute a lot of my success to. That's what my clients would say about their success too. So we're getting some clarity now. You're going to write down 3 successes. You're going to write down 2 things that are stopping you right now moving that needle in your business. Got another task for you if you're up for it. Start to monitor your thoughts. Are they critical thoughts? Write it down. Sometimes we do journaling, but you need to have quite focused journaling. And I think one of the things that I've noticed creates massive results for people is they're noticing that critical voice. That voice that mostly doesn't even belong to us. It's one we've had. Might have been a carer, anyone really, could have been a teacher that told us we were simply not good enough. Oh, you'll never make anything of yourself. Gosh, I know that one well. That narrative is so powerful that quite often we believe that it's us that started that. We never did. Belongs to another. It's not ours, so give it back. Give it back. Start changing the narrative to a positive. There's a really simple task that I have used for many years with clients, and it works, but you've got to do it. Once again, the action. Action underpins everything. Write down on the left-hand side all the negative talk. Straight across on the right-hand side. Flip that to positive and say it out loud. It's no use just writing this aimlessly. You have to say it. You have to repeat it. You have to flip that narrative. And one of the things we work with in our coaching programs is this thing of changing it from the inner critic to the inner cheer squad. Give it a go. Put some things in the comment. Ask me some questions. See how it goes for you. There's a few things you can get on with as what's the word? We're starting this rocket launch to 2026.